Mr. President, Your Excellencies, and esteemed guests, it's a great honor to be in Korea here this morning, celebrating the 30th anniversary of ASEAN-ROK partnership, a partnership created to promote the exchange of culture across the region. All of us in this room today share a deep love of art, culture, and storytelling. We remember the stories our parents told us as children, tales that helped us to learn about culture and start to make sense of life, and how today, even though we're older and allegedly wiser, stories still help us to build empathy and develop a shared understanding of the world. We've also seen how technology, something that's often seen as cold and clinical, enables art and culture to spread beyond the people or countries who created it. From the printing press and motion picture to radio, TV, and most recently, the internet. In fact, it's this melding of art and technology that got Netflix started over 20 years ago. We began life as a DVD by mail company, serving the US audience with mostly American films. When I started at Netflix, it was mailing envelopes, and today it's streaming. Because in 2007, as broadband speeds continued to increase, we switched to streaming, enabling customers around the world to watch shows on their own schedule. People in Korea and Southeast Asia took to streaming quicker than we ever imagined because it was convenient. They loved being in control of what and when they watched. And today that control is as important as ever. For example, we make an entire TV series available at launch so people can watch as little or as much as they want at once, with no ads to interrupt them. We also provide controls for parents to decide what their children can watch. Since that initial reinvention, from DVDs to the internet, we've had to reinvent ourselves twice over. In 2013, we started to make our own shows, like House of Cards. And then in 2016, we went from being in just 60 countries to serving audiences in 190 countries around the world. As a result of these changes, Netflix has developed very differently than most other TV companies or studios. US entertainment companies, for example, have traditionally viewed international as an export material for American content. But in Netflix, we've seen how great stories can come from anywhere and be loved everywhere. Take the Korean drama Kingdom. I hope you've all have had a chance to watch it. This series was made in Korea by Korean creators, starring Korean talent, and it's being watched by audiences all around the world, from Asia to Europe and the Americas. Okja, one of our first ever films made by director Bong, around the world now being enjoyed. The Night Comes for Us from Indonesia. The movie Hai Feng that has been chosen as Vietnam's official submission to the 2020 Oscars. Since launching here 3 years ago, we've invested in over 160 Netflix originals from the region, almost all of which have been commissioned by local content executives who know the culture and speak the languages. In total, our shows have been filmed in 19 cities in Korea and 12 more across Southeast Asia, including Bangkok, Penang, Bali, and we've created work for over 8,000 producers, cast, and crew. A recent survey of 56,000 ASEAN young people found that over half of them felt the need to upgrade their skills. And this is an area where Netflix is contributing. For example, we're holding workshops in Korea, Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Thailand that help develop local writing and filming skills. These workshops are run with partners, such as the Korean Animation Producers Association, Thailand's National Federation of Motion Pictures, and Malaysia's Digital Economy Corporation. As we grow, it's important that we work flexibly with local creators. In some cases, that will mean producing our shows like Love Alarm from Korea, The Stranded, our first series from Thailand, or Ghost Bride from Malaysia. In others, is licensing films or series from partners, including local broadcasters like KBS, MBC, and SBS in Korea, MediaCorp in Singapore, ABS-CBN in the Philippines, Media Prima in Malaysia, and GMM Grammy in Thailand. Our content providers, like CJ E&M in Korea, also help us. We do co-productions where we help fund the cost of a show and then share in the distribution. Our goal with every show we commission, whether it's Korean, Thai, or American, is to ensure that the creator has the freedom to tell their story. Authentic artistic expression is the key, and it is this authenticity that audiences love. Just this morning, we announced a major partnership with JTBC in Korea. Netflix will show a slate of JTBC stories to audiences around the world. And that's where our technology comes in. Because once we have authentic original story, we need to get it in front of people wherever they live and in whatever language they speak. We work with partners across the region, for example, pay TV providers, CJ Hello and LGU+, internet service providers like AIS, and device manufacturers such as Samsung and LG, to ensure that Netflix works, whether it's on a smart TV or smartphone, and that it works the best possible quality possible, whether it's on a fiber connection or a slower mobile signal. To ensure that shows which are made in Korea or Thailand or Malaysia can be watched by the world, we need to speak everybody's language. Subtitles and dubbing are critical to making that connection. To date, we sub and dub in 30 languages, including Korean, Thai, Bahasa, and 2 months ago, we launched Vietnamese. Subbing and dubbing on Netflix is generally good, but we want to be great, and there's more we can do. The region is one of the great centers of art and entertainment in the world. Your creative and engineering talent is second to none. You are pioneering new kinds of stories and new technologies, which we are enjoying and benefiting from. As Korea's K-Wave has led the way for this region, across the entertainment and music industries, as well as fashion and cooking, we see K-fans everywhere, from the US to Brazil and France. Viewers and listeners, fashionistas and cooks can now discover the depth and diversity of Korean culture on Netflix. We're excited to be part of this K-Wave and the broader ASEAN wave that everybody here is working to build, ensuring that more cultures are reflected on screen, building greater empathy between countries, and increasing our understanding of the world through storytelling. Thank you for having me here today, and Netflix looks forward to being part of the creative ecosystem for a long time. Thank you.